I'm Brian Professor B. Davis here for NinersRadio.com outside of Levis Stadium, where the 49ers fell to the Arizona Cardinals at Levis Stadium Sunday afternoon here at Levis Stadium, right outside the Faithful Mile here in Santa Clara, as the Niners fell to the Arizona Cardinals by a score of 28-18. The Niners were just 5 turnovers did in San Francisco, including being penalized 6 times for a grand total of 65 penalty yards was the difference in the loss for San Francisco Sunday afternoon. We'll look at some of the stats of the game. The Niners outgained the Cardinals in every statistical way. They end up getting 32 first downs to the Cardinals, only 9. They were 9 out of 17 in third down efficiency. They were also had 448 total net yards of offense to the Cardinals, only 220. That's a 268-yard differential was the differential. Also, the Niners outgained the Cardinals 300 passing yards and the Niners defense only held the Cardinals to 164. The Niners were very effective grounding game, 148 yards rushing to the Cardinals 50. And then the Niners end up hurt themselves, 5 turnovers, lost ball, fumbles. They didn't do that well. And the Niners outgained time of possession for 40 minutes and 14 seconds to the Cardinals only had 19 minutes in total time possession of the ball. Looking at some of the stats, Josh Rosen or C.J. Beathard was 34 out of 54, 349 yards passing, threw 2 touchdowns, but threw 2 critical interceptions. Alfred Morris, 18 carries for 61 yards. By the way, Matt Breida left the game with an ankle injury in the first half. He did not return for the second half. Trent Taylor, 7 catches for 61 yards, and Cassius Marsh had a sack. Josh Rosen, 10 of 25 for 170 yards. Touchdown pass. David Johnson, 18 carries for 55 yards. And then Christian Kirk, 8 catches for 55 yards and a touchdown. So the Cardinals continue to dominate San Francisco, winners now of 8 of their last 9, and have won the last 7 games in a row against your 49ers. So with the loss, the Niners dropped their record to 1-4, sits alone dead last in the NFC West, and we could all, with all the injuries, and of course, you know, the Niners are banged up. Of course, you know, we already know that Jimmy Garoppolo and Jim McKinnon done for the season with torn ACLs, and then Dante Pettis was inactive with his injury, tweaked his knee last Sunday, and the Niners lost to the Chargers. So the Niners, the offense really, and the defense played much better. Gave up that 1 big play for a touchdown. The secondary definitely needs some improvement. So the Cardinals continue their dominance over San Francisco, and then, you know, the old saying, if you're gonna have any chance to be successful and be in contention for a playoff spot, you got to win your games in your division, and the Niners did not once again. And that is just simple as that. So the Niners dropped their record to 1-4. Cardinals go to 1-4, their first win of the 18th season. And it doesn't get any better for San Francisco. They'll play the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field on Monday Night Football 1 week from tomorrow night on Monday, September the 15th, or October 15th. They'll take on the Arizona Cardinals at Lambeau Field for ESPN's Monday Night Football. And the kickoff time will be at 5:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The game can be seen locally in the Bay Area on KGO ABC 7. And the game will be on the Niners radio flagship station, KNBR 680, as Ted Robinson and Tim Ryan with the play-by-play. And for all the latest news on 49ers news and so much more, goes to NinersRadio.com. And all other news for 49ers, go to our website at NinersRadio.com. Once again, the final score, Sunday afternoon, Niners fell to the Arizona Cardinals by a score of 28-18. Niners fall to 1-4, while the Cardinals improved to 1-4. I'm Brian Professor B. Davis, and good night and so long from Levis Stadium here in Santa Clara. You've been watching 49ers postgame recap on NinersRadio.com.